Okay, welcome back to the new video. Again, as you can see here, I want to tell you something. Here you can see the one setup that we need to master is this. You can see there is SMT, point of interest, inverse parallel gap, primary liquidity, target to the unmitigated IFVG. That's the only thing we need at this point. See here, we can see there is a strong SMT at the lower side. There is a point of interest. SPX tab the point of interest. You can see at the lower time frame there is a strong change setup delivery, liquidity strong. There is an unmitigated imbalance at the upper side, and as you can see here, we got inversion parallel gap. You can see this is the inversion parallel gap that we got, and you can enter and target it up to the unmitigated imbalance. The next trade is this. Do not plan sell side because price already tapped this unmitigated FVG and bouncing from that, then selling from there is a lower probability if selling came. So as you can see here, there is a 5-minute imbalance, that is point of interest, price tap, inversion parallel gap. You can target it up to the level. You can see this is the 2:2.5 level of this leg. You can see another one, there is a no point of interest but A plus inversion. As you can see at enter, you can enter at this point. At this point you can enter, and then this is the liquidity you can target, and then as this liquidity sweep, you can move your stop loss to the break even. We don't know price wants to go higher or lower, but by risk management we save our capital. You can see this is the unmitigated parallel gap that you can target, and this high is the target. You can see another one, there is a point of interest. You can see at this point all the PDRs in the path are disrespected. There is a 30-minute change in order flow. There is 30-minute inversion parallel gap, price pullback. We have SMT. You can see there is a BPR range at this point. SMT, strong change in setup delivery. You can enter at this point and target it up to this low. You can see as we got SMT, you have to exit all the quantity at this point, because we know price at least go to sweep this liquidity, low resistance liquidity, and as price tap to this, you have to move your SL to the break even. You can see at this point, as price tap to this 1 minute imbalance that is created in the path, and we got, you can see hammer confirmation. You have to put your SL above this candle. Now we don't know, because we need clear displacement. When our A plus setup form, we get a clear displacement. So as you can see, after that a strong selling came. As price sweep this liquidity, we have to move your SL to the break even, and our SL does not hit and price will go to the TP. Another one, you can see price as then you have to trail SL at this point and book all quantity at this point. Another one, you can see price tap to the SPS tap to the imbalance, there is point of interest. We have SMT. Another one is SMT. You can see a strong expanded FEG is disrespected. You have to enter at this point, put SL below. The put SL should be below that candle which disrespect this parallel gap, and as you can see, after that again a strong selling came, and you have to trail your SL accordingly. You can see trail, and even any does not sweep any low, and as you can see, we have another TP. Again at this point we have 15-minute parallel gap. We have strong SMT, its point of interest. SMT changes setup delivery also came. At least we know price easily goes to tap this imbalance, and as this price tap to this imbalance, you have to move SL to the break even, and after that you can see a strong buying came, and we have got our target price. You can see another trade. You can see reversible is lower probability. I know at least 60 to 70% of the time reversibles are work, but at least 80% of the time continuation works. So you can see there is a no point of interest but strong inversion. We have to enter at this point. As this imbalance in the path is tap, we have to move your SL to the break even. So you can see we got break even. So at this point we got break even. That's okay. Another trade that is formed here is this trade. You can see strong displacement through this imbalance. 3-minute inversion, also 5-minute. There is no parallel gap, in fact liquidity, and you have to target this lows. Exactly, we got full TP, and you can see price rejecting from this imbalance and this breaker. We don't know what happened. We just playing with risk management. You can see there is a 1 A plus inversion at this point. You can see A plus inversion, strong expanded FEG disrespected. We have strong SMT. You have to target at this point, and then after that you can target it up to the 2:2.5 level of this leg. You can see another trade form is this trade. At this point SMTs are came. You can see one SMT here, one SMT here. We have strong displacement, price respecting that parallel gap, that 1-minute parallel gap, and then give a hammer confirmation. You have to enter at this point, and at least you can target it up to this level. Don't book at less than 1:1 TP, because it can be problematic for you. As this point, as this point price came, you have to move your SL to the break even, and then you can see strong selling came, you have to apply risk management at this point. And then whatever you get is extra, and you can see target to this equal, relatively equal lows, and this 50-minute imbalance. But at this point maybe price come at the, from this point maybe price go higher, we don't know, we have to apply risk management. And at this point also there is imbalance, so price may go higher. But at this point you do not have to book quantity, because there's not more than 1:1 trade, so you have to move yourself to the break even at this point. And then risk management, book some 50% quantity and book all quantity at this point. Then another trade I will show you at this point in the Asia session today. You can see there is a strong inversion, we don't know what happened at this point, strong inversion, but at least price can go to sweep this low. And you can see we get 1:1, you have to book your quantity. You can see then if you move your stop loss to the break even, still price does not move, hit your SL, and then goes to the another tip. You can see another one, A plus inversion. This is the liquidity generation. You can see liquidity generation, strong inversion. At least we know price can go to this imbalance. And then you can see as you enter at this point, as price reach to this, move SL to the break even, and you can see book almost 50% quantity here and 50% quantity here. And then the A plus setup is formed at this point. We got SMT. SMT is our confirmation. It is high probability confirmation. You can see SMT, another one. If you enter at this point, do not enter at this point, this is not A plus inversion. At this point I'm expecting a selling, so do not enter to the opposite. We got inversion at this point also, because you can see SMT, so I am expecting a selling, and there is a lot of liquidity resting below. So as you can see price tap and then goes higher. We got another one SMT, and we got exactly 3-minute inversion at this point. You have to enter at this point, put SL above this candle. Do not put above SL above this candle, because this 1 minute parallel gap is mitigated, so price do not have any reason to go higher. If price is going higher, that means something is messy, and you have to exit at this point of time, because whenever A plus setup form, we get a clear displacement. And as you can see, we get a stock displacement, and we have TP. You have to apply risk management at this point, then price will moving lower. So another one, you can see I'm expecting a selling at this point. There is, you can see, a strong sweep of liquidity at this point. 2-minute parallel gap is respected. There is a lot of low resistance liquidity lower. This is the drawn liquidity, and we don't know price will go higher or lower. But as we got inversion parallel gap in SPX, we'll show you in SPX. You can see this is the SPX chart. You can see there is we got 1 minute inversion. You have to enter at this point, put SL below. But we know at least price can easily go to sweep this liquidity, and now you can see we got a full TP at this point. That's also a great trade. So we don't know what price can do, but from the inversion we can predict at least at what point price can go, and then according to that we manage our risk and move our SL to the break even and taking some partials. For example is this, you can see there is a SMT. At least we don't know price will go or lower or higher. You can see there is a 3-minute inversion. At this point we get 3-minute inversion, and at least price can sweep this low, because we know there is a liquidity at this point. There is a no imbalance in the path. All the imbalance that is 3-minute imbalance is disrespected, 1-minute imbalance is disrespected, and at this point there is a no 3-minute, 1 minute, 5 minute, anything. In fact there is a lower side, one unmitigated IFVG is resting. Let's say if I get inversion from this point, then I am not targeting to this low, because this is already rejecting from one imbalance. At least we need this security to be sweep, and SMT get confirmation this is the manipulation, and after that I can target to this low, because this high is sweep. Let's say if we get inversion at this point, then there is a contradictory. There is a lower side liquidity also and higher side liquidity also present, so that's a bad thing. And you can see price actually tapping this imbalance and going higher, so that's the trade. Same thing at this point, you can see SMT, we don't know price will go higher or lower, but at least price can go to sweep this liquidity and tap this imbalance. You can see there is a liquidity generation, weak buying. We got 3-minute confirmation, price tapping 1 minute, and at least as price reach to this low, you have to move your SL to the break even. That's the trade. We don't know, we are risk free at this point, and whatever we get is our trade. You can see these are the trades, so many trades in forming these sessions, because market is in strong trend, and there is a good projection in the market. So this type of trades not always form. Sometimes there is a bad projection, you may hit your SL, but at least you have 60 to 70% probability. So that's a good point of this model. And you can see how much risk reward we get at this point. You can see more than 1:2, 1:3 trades, 1:4 trades, sometimes 1:5 trades, but at least we got 1:1. That's a point. You don't have to book a trade less than 1:1. So you have to remember, in fact you can move your SL to the break even, but do not exit at 1:2, less than 1:1. Try to take more than 1:1.